Yun is the deepest pit of hell.
It's somewhere in Europe. What is the most cursed server on Earth for this game? Is it Turkey? Is it OCE? Is it UNE? LAS? Is it really? LAT? Do you think Turkey? Brazil? I don't think it's Brazil. OCE is kind of like a... I feel... Nah, maybe not OCE. Something... not an A, it's not EU West.
Turkey used to play with Yoon. I have to say Turkey.
The most cursed server would be Turkey. Players or lag? I'm talking about overall experience on the server. You know, Korea apparently isn't that good. I feel like over the years, everyone drummed up Korea as like the greatest server ever, and it's the GOAT.
Is just polish people cursing simulator its peak.
Is it really? How many people play on UNE? I feel like everyone plays on EU West, no?
Riot
That's like the biggest
made
server?
A separate server for Turkey because they couldn't handle us in EU servers.
Is that really what it was? Maybe, I mean, what was the realistic thing, though? Just a lot of Turkish players? A lot of people in Turkey who wanted to play, and they had to make, you know, another server to help people out? I say help, holy shit. Playing League, helping people?
Is that the ping is so low.
Well, that is good, but I hear the culture surrounding League in Korea sometimes isn't the best. But I mean, that's also every region. You know, you're not going to sit here and be like, man, Korea is the GOAT. Everyone plays to win. Everyone's having fun. Like, you'll have people give up everywhere. But from the stories that I've heard about going to Korea and playing League is that it wasn't like all sunshine and rainbows. And everyone's always like doing the best they can. The distance from the furthest east point of Turkey from the EU servers. Yeah, I gotcha.
Like if League was made in 1980s, but they forgot to demolish the Iron Curtaining game.
Okay, guys, calm down. Not sure if you edit your videos yourself. I have no hand in the videos, bro. Thank you, though. The editors do. The editors get absolute freedom in how they want to use me as a puppet, as a tool to sell League of Legends to the masses. I think my videos ruin lives because they show this game in such a different light that it draws in people to play League, and at that point, it's over. I think it makes the game look a lot more fun than it really is. This is a fucking war zone. This is worse than Ishin for fucking 10 hours straight. They ruin lives. They kill... Yeah, they do. True! Low-key real, but I love it. Hey, well, you know, you do you. I'm mucking about, but... The videos are good. Hi, Mochi. What's up, baby? What's up? Sometimes they really show the suffering. There was a guy in my stream who's like, can you please fucking win a game at League? All you've shown is losses on your YouTube videos.
Changing an Akali emote that was she making the small PP hand sign and males of an Asia country found it offensive. I don't remember which one.
There's a few things that they've removed. They removed the bait ping because it was used in the wrong way.
I love that editors keep putting thumbnails that could get you in trouble. So far my favorites are the Graves one and the Hextech chest one.
Buddy, I don't even know. Whatever they do, I don't know. I have no clue. I give them free reign to do whatever they want.
Will you play Warwick if we make a Mochi custom skin for it?
That would be Kled. I think Kled would make more sense. Hi, Mochi. What's up, baby? He's just sitting around. He's a little
Your
buddy.
vids made me play Loe support Big Mama. I went 0-20.
It's pretty good. Could be worse. It's only bad if you get banned. Don't get banned. All right, Graves Mid. Let's just roam. Actually, comment. You've only lost when you've been banned. Right?
What if we make Kled like a GP is riding Mochi?
You gotta make, you either make a giant rabid Mochi for Warwick, or you make, like, Mochi Scarl, and I'm Kled. Do you consider adopting a cat? I've got cats.
Tobias has Kled. It's Tobias after 10 hours of Ishin.
You should mod Ishin into this game as Yon. That would be an insult. Never mind, don't do that. When Firewatch? Fuck, guys, it's 4 p.m. How is it 4 fucking p.m.? How is it 4 p.m.? I thought it was like 1. I'm going to say, how long is Firewatch? Can someone just go tell me how long that game is first? Before I commit to said time that we should start. The shittiest part of NA, bro. East Coast is great. Everything's over in the East Coast. It's 4 to 6 hours. It's not long. Is that a scary game? Wait, what even is Firewatch? Can someone give me the TLDR without spoiling the game? What even is Firewatch? What is the... It's a walking simulator with a great story. It's not scary.
It's just a walking simulator with a mystery.
Understood, okay. A walking simulator emotional game. An environmental exploration mystery game. Okay. Mochi! What are you doing, little buddy? Hello. Hello. Mochi, you look like a bean. You look like a hairy little creature. Little buddy. You're like an elongated poozer with hair. A Muppet. Sadly, you can't backseat in the game. Really? That's good news.
TLDR, you are in middle life crisis trying to fix yourself. In the middle of the game some shit starts to get a bit sketch but in a mystery way.
Okay. After this game, we'll start it. How about that? I think that makes sense. Yeah, let's go D-Ring Graves Mid, because that's logical. W Max! This is the only matchup where at one point it was actually good for Graves. Elden Ring is not anytime soon. We need...
Let this be a good game for the editors.
Yes. Actually, yes. We need 142 subs for Elden Ring. 142 subs. And it's locked in. It's done. All of the DLC and the main game locked in. Yeah. Not anytime soon, you sure? I mean, we're getting there. Fuck, bro, 300 plus gifted subs last night for beating fucking Ishin. Yeah, we're almost there. Slow but sure. Slowly. Okay. I know Outer Wilds. Everyone keeps saying you gotta play Outer Wilds, but right now, no. What's this guy doing? What was ass? Debatable TP. I'm sure Elden Ring's going to be a journey. I'm sure it will be better than Dark Souls and Sekiro. With how crazy that game seems to be and how big it is, it probably will be better, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I played Elden Ring.
I need some financial advice from Anime Titan so I can donate subs as well and keep the stream going till eternity.
Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. I played Elden Ring, fuck, like what, 4 years ago? I don't know. Whenever that game came out, I think I tried it. Ivana had wanted me to play it. And the only thing I've seen is the horse boss out of a cave and a giant dragon mutant man. That's all I've seen. No clue about the story, no clue about the lands, no idea. So much damage. Dude, WMAX Graves is still goated. It doesn't matter. Bro, no matter what anyone fucking says, this shit's good. Look at the fucking damage on Ari. She can't even play the game. I've got a Doran's ring on this champ, for God's sake. Regular Graves could never do this.
Serve or die. I don't care if the others like it.
Yo, Scars, 50 months. Thank you, sir. Is this the $500 Ari skin? No, it's Arcana. It kind of looks like it, though. It actually looks like it. I mean, what is she doing? She's just gonna die? No, never mind. Goodbye. Lule. $500 for a it kind of looks like the fucking skin. I don't know. It's like red with like white, and it's a bit flashy. I mean, that's what that looked like. I actually do miss the last time I climbed in League. That was a thoughtful climb and not just like a nonchalant, you know, Bing chilling session. Was playing Graves. The last time I sat down to legitimately climb as a new experience was playing Graves Mid. And the furthest I made it was Grandmasters, I think 500 LP, 350, 500, something like that. And it was always Comet Graves, always.
For the old
24/7.
Sea Dogs, can we get to Eichscheiden for the one time?
That is some things need to rest, brother. That's the old Tobias. That is the, that's not even, you know what? You know who says that? Is fucking TF Blade. Bro, TF Blade stole my shit. He stole my catchphrases. He tried to cosplay Bane. He stole my catchphrases. And he's Canadian. Yeah. Bro lives like probably 15 minutes away from me. 20 minutes away from me. Some things need to rest. He stole my old logo! I remember that logo. You know, we've got similar names, though. TF Blade, Tobias Fate, like... No, fuck that, it's gone. Well, TF... Tobias Fate, TF Blade. Right, however you want to make that into, like, an icon or whatnot, like, yeah. It's close. Good. Your basement's 20 minutes away. I could teleport in it. It's like the TARDIS. Except it's just garbage. Bro, Doctor Who is a sick show. I really like Doctor Who. I really like The Outer Limits, Goosebumps, all that shit, man. It's fun. I miss Doctor Who. Now, Mochi's running around with Ivana. Let's try this, actually. Who? Goosebumps. Dude, Goosebumps is awesome. Hockey? Not really. I used to play floor hockey. I'm not really a sports guy. Do I look like I get out much? I enjoyed, I played floor hockey, I played lacrosse, I played tennis. I played a bunch of shit in my youth, but nothing really stuck with me in terms of, watching the sport. You don't have to get out to watch hockey. No. I know you don't, but, like, typically...
Doctor you know went what? To shit around Matt Smith. The 10th doc was peak.
Matt Smith was good. There was a bunch of good doctors. You don't have to get out to watch hockey, but, like... I was gonna say, you know, typically if you're into hockey, you probably play a sport of some kind, but that's just so wrong. That's not true at all. It's just not as exciting, man. I'm not really a big sports guy. David Tennant was really good, yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Shugma Chronicles? The main character is an alien called Fismabart. I think it's on Prime.
I've never fucking heard of that, bro. That's a coke dream. A coked out fever dream. I don't really watch any shows, man. Even Prime. I got no time to watch anything. For the last 3 months, I've been shackled to this fucking stream.
Been rewatching
I got no time.
Rainbow's Mirror, man. That show is great.
Black Mirror's cool. Yeah. That's a cool show. I don't think I've seen all of it, but it was pretty fun for when I watched it.
You've concerns, do you?
I regret to inform you, my captain, but your 2017 League chat logs have dropped, and I regret to say it doesn't look good.
I said a few gamer words. We're all dumbasses. You know, it's just about growing as a person. I ain't gonna take that back. I said a few bad things. I said a few bad things. You're young, you're stupid, you grow up, you get wise, you look back and reflect. That's life. We've all had our Xbox era. Music request. No, not for now. Or unironically having a good Graves game. Crazily enough. But what?
What's your opinion on Rouge One?
One of the best Star Wars movies. You know, Rogue One was easily one of the best Star Wars movies. And,
Not me. I definitely didn't lose an 8-year-old account because I was being racist.
Oh, calm down. I don't want to hear that. No. Listen, you learn. You learn. What was I gonna say? Rogue One, excellent. Fucking Andor, excellent. Andor 2 is gonna be excellent, I hope. I kind of gave up on Star Wars, though, man. I'm not gonna lie. I never watched Skeleton Crew. I think Ahsoka was the last, like... It was the Acolyte, not Ahsoka. I believe, right? Star Wars is really, really mid. It's like mid to bad. It's got some pretty decent high points, but like every new show that comes out for Star Wars on Disney, I at one point was excited, and now I'm just like, I
think Fallen Order is pretty good.
I heard the games are good. The games have been getting better. The shows maybe not so much. I've seen the Bad Batch, yeah. Well, I don't really mind the side quest, you know.
Did you see that Kathleen is leaving in 2025?
Yep.
Maybe we enter a golden age of Star Wars.
You know, she's a good producer, but whatever happens in Star Wars is just not... It's not good.
You've concerns, do ya?
Can you rate the Star Wars movies and shows? Really want to see your opinion.
I think unanimously, the best Star Wars movie ever created was Empire. I think unanimously that's... You fucking kidding me? I think Empire's number one. See, I want to say... Well, first of all, before anything...
It's such good IP. You can kitten it up with modern woke cringe.
Oh my god, calm down. It's just, bro, it's just bad shows. That's all it is. Star Wars is just bad. It's just shallow, it sucks, it's meant for brain-dead viewing. It doesn't have the depth it once did. It's just that it's an IP that just doesn't cater to adults. Is really what it is. And, you know, you could say, well, the original Star Wars wasn't really catering to adults. But everything going on felt more believable. It felt more real. Certainly a few, you know, kid-friendly things in those movies, right? A whole planet full of little teddy bears and whatnot. But even that I can look past. A lot of really dumb decisions in the shows that they bring out lately. A lot of very, again, brain-dead viewing situations. Where what you're seeing on screen is just kind of like... It oversells itself in the worst ways possible. Like, to the point where it just doesn't seem plausible. You know, like, oh my god, my child got taken away by a giant velociraptor bird. And we have to go rescue him. Let's spend an entire day preparing. And by the time we get there, we're going to see him being almost eaten by the bird, even though it's been over a day and clearly the kid would be dead by now. It's like, what? Or, you know, again, another one was in Obi-Wan where they had Leia fucking leaving the Imperial base in a trench coat. It's like, get real. It's like, we know they have to sneak out, but how do they do it? And then that's what they give you? It's like, okay. It's just kind of dumb. The Leia chase scene with Flea Base. Flea Base was there. Flea Base! Another shit scene. Yeah. It's brain dead viewing. It is brain dead viewing. You know, kids should enjoy themselves when they watch Star Wars, right? Sure. But don't make it for, like, babies. You know what I mean? I don't even know my favorite Sabaton song. That I have no clue.
Even though I don't like modern Star Wars 1, really did like Battlefront 2. The best game mode in my opinion was Ewok Hunt. They really put the fear of gods on you fighting against K-Bays.
That was cool. I do remember that game mode. Yeah, I never played the game, but I've seen it. Mando was good for Season 1 and 2. Season 3 was full-blown Disney nonsense. And, you know, if you disagree, that's fine. Everyone likes things, you know, differently, or maybe shares the same opinions and whatnot, but Star Wars is an IP that, unfortunately, I think for a lot of people, isn't what it used to be. Some stuff really is good. I would even say, you know, a lot of people hated the Acolyte, but there was some really good things in the Acolyte. You know, maybe some parts where they probably could have gone without showing, you know, a set Jedi or Sith. Yeah, a few things were actually pretty cool. A lot of the combat in the Acolyte was goated. It was great. Very, very action, very heavy with the lightsabers and whatnot. I've seen Andor. Andor's probably the best Star Wars since the original trilogy. Since Rogue One. A lot of the Acolyte was trash. Yeah, it was. But, like, midway through the Acolyte, it got good. You know, even with Obi-Wan, there's a few pretty high points in Obi-Wan, right? When he's fighting Vader and his mask fucking slashes open and you see Anakin's face and all that shit. Like, that's dope. That's metal. So there are high points in these shows, but they've got their big glaring problems, you know, that are hard to overlook.
When Ahsoka fought Force Ghost Anakin, that was cool.
What are they doing, bro? What are they doing? Okay. That was cool. That was a great part.
Are you fan of Pirates of the Caribbean?
Everyone is. Am I a fan of the latest Pirates of the Caribbean? Not really. Indiana Jones is good, yeah. That's a Disney IP, you know? Did you know that Indiana Jones is a Disney IP? That was a George Lucas thing? It was. The same people who worked on Star Wars did Jones.
My instrument cluster won't work and I checked the fuses.
What? Everything is owned by Disney. Well, this was ILM. This was ILM. Industrial Light and Magic. Those guys put out Star Wars, the original trilogy. They still do stuff now, actually. Pretty much all of it, I'm sure, is still done by ILM. But it's cool to see, you know...
This'll do for now.
Kinda wish they go to either Higher Republic or Old Republic. I really want to see other Sith use different emotions other than hate, to be honest.
What about the in-between? What about Windu? Wasn't Mace Windu supposed to be, like, this weird in-between? You know what, though? I mean, when it comes to Star Wars and selling the good and the bad, it's always, you know, the Sith and the Jedi, and one is angry and one is whatever, right? Cringe. Mountain Blade? No. I haven't played that game at all. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, the Jedi aren't always technically the good guys. They're viewed as the good guys. I mean, in the original trilogy with Luke and all that stuff, like, clearly he's, you know, the good guy, but I think for the, in the grander scheme of the universe, they're not really, you know, sometimes kind of in that gray zone. Like, what they do is for the betterment of the galaxy, right? Like, oh... Well, I mean, even the Empire says that. Like, oh, we can unite everyone, the Empire!
Hello, Mr. Tobito.
Are they?
I enjoy every stream.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work.
Hey, Kuhn, thanks for the words, man. I appreciate it. I'm not going anywhere, bro. You know, I get on stream and I yap, man. I yap about a lot of stuff. I'm surprised you guys listen. I'm a freak. Who is your favorite Star Wars character? Bro, Jabba. Criminal organization. Evil. Gluttonous fat slugman. Yes, I like Jabba. I like Jabba's organization. The Hutt clan. Not surprised! Yeah, Jabba's my favorite. I'm an original trilogy guy. Any characters that I like, usually... I'll say this. Favorite character outside of the original trilogy, and we're talking movies, not games or novels, probably Mace Windu. Probably Mace Windu. Even more so than, like, Obi-Wan or Anakin. But that's just my opinion. Okay. Do Jabba voice. You say, Iso Watinki, Is Hore Bahole, 50 Hanu. That's what he says. And you're like, what? And then he feeds you to the rank.
I love Revan.
Revan is Old Republic, right?
That's a solid take. Mace Windu with the purple saber was peak childhood.
He's cool. He is cool. Yeah, he's Old Republic, yeah. You know, they're never going to do a show like that. People just don't know enough about it to where... wasn't the Acolyte? Wait. No, it wasn't. Was it? No. Is Revan ever going to see screen time? Don't kill our hope. You know, this build's actually not even that shit. Maybe with the fucking Umbral Glaive it got worse, but... whatever.
Everyone pays!
Going to pull the room with this question since it's canon that Captain Rex was there during the battle against the second Death Star.
Endor.
You guys think he's the last clone soldier when that happened?
Did they confirm that was canon? Is that confirmed or is that bullshit? Because everyone used to say there was a rebel soldier on Endor that was nicknamed Saint Nick or Sant Nick or something. I don't think that was the same guy, but that was the theory. That was like the fan theory for the longest time. It was like a rebel soldier with like a white beard. That is cool, though. That would be really cool. Confirmed in the Rebel show. I did not like the Rebel show. That shit was ugly. That was a very ugly show. Rebels just did not look good. Also, this game is not looking good. I think it's over. See how these people complain about games? The reason you're... I'm just going to say this because I don't like talking to these idiots. The reason your Million Point Graves isn't winning is because of your decisions. You don't show up for anything at all. This guy is 3-8. His support is 0-6. They got duo fucking anally fisted, and they're crying about my gameplay. That was totally valid and fine. Welcome to League, bro. Welcome to League. That's all I gotta say.
This'll do for now.
Oh, and I did like when Disney put out those shorts that showed each faction in Star Wars. The Empire one was just fucking peak. You haven't seen it, you should watch it after this game. It's like 30 seconds.
Look, I'm gonna take a break after this game, actually, because I want to go eat. I gotta go eat before we play Firewatch. You talking about... They did a few animated videos a while ago called, like, Galaxy, Star Wars Galaxy, or something. Oh, I've suggested Sekiro was 8.5 to 9. I've seen those. No, they're really good. They're well animated. Bro, what?
$8.5 to 9. It felt like you hated it sometimes. XDX.
Never. I never hated Sekiro once. The game never got boring. The only thing that initially kind of ticked me off was the Demon of Hate. And I think I was just kind of tired at that point, but like, that game is just good. It never got boring. The craziest thing about FromSoft games is that you could sit on a boss for 10 hours, beat it, and then say, you know what? We've got more to do. And you just keep playing the game. It's just that good. You would really think that, like, after 10 hours on one boss, your ass would be fucking completely burned out, no chance of playing, completely bored out of your mind. But that's just not the case. Yeah, for some people, maybe, but for me, it's not. It's just a bunch of good games. It really is.
Sekiro is my favorite Souls-like because once the combat clicked, it was like a high-energy dance.
I agree.
Happy you liked it, Pog.
I would agree. It's not my favorite game, but it is my favorite combat system. I prefer it more to Dark Souls. And boss progression feels good, yeah. I mean, for God's sake, you spend 10 hours beating one guy, it should fucking feel good.
Everyone pays.
We all agree that Obi-Wan was the greatest Jedi ever, right? Bro lost his brother, his GF, and the Republican never once faltered or turned to the dark side. Fucking based and giga-pilled, man.
Giga-pilled! He was a real one. Obi-Wan was a real one, for sure. You know, it is cool to... It's cool to think that we actually got a prequel. I mean, it's cool that we actually got a set of prequel films. Considering Star Wars, the original trilogy, kind of picks up in, like, the middle of things. And, you know, you hear them talk about, oh, the Clone Wars, and I was this and that, and that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And then, so many years later, they're like, this is that story. You're going to see what Obi-Wan did at one point, right? What Anakin did. Cartoon was good. We're starting Firewatch when I come back. 2D platformer. Post it in the Discord. Post it in the Discord. You got game suggestions? Discord. Palpatine's a good villain. No, that's not really, But how is that a hot take? Palpatine's evil as fuck. That's a good take. What? Palpatine that's a villain. That is a piece of shit. Except he should not have returned. Just saying. Palpatine should not have returned. That was a mistake. Yes, he should have stayed dead. If I want to get into Star Wars, where would I start? You got to start with the movies. I'm going to say... I mean, you know what? You got to start with the original trilogy. Don't! A New Hope? You got to go with A New Hope. You know what? I feel like if you suggest Star Wars to people, for some reason, I feel like they won't enjoy the original trilogy. It's just such a slower...
Another Kathleen Kennedy failure. Happy we are free from that mental terrorists.
I think it's just probably the original trilogy. Well, I mean, the sequel trilogy sucked, yeah. Listen, if you want to... You know what? No matter what anyone says, if you want to get into Star Wars, watch all 9 films. Actually, watch all 10. You could say Rogue One. Watch all 10 films.